Hello everyone, I'm Rosie and today in this video I'm going to talk about functions. So in programming functions are sequences of commands that accomplish some specific task. So generally you give some value to the function and it processes it and returns you the result. First of all, we use functions because if you write a function once, you can reuse it in your code and you won't have just to rewrite the code that you have written in the function. So it saves your time. Besides, especially if you are making a big program, you can just divide your code into some sub-steps, make each sub-step a function, and it will be easier for you to understand the code that you have written because the code will be more disciplined. And eventually, functions allow you to test each small part of the code isolated from the rest of the code. So if you have error, you don't have just to check the whole code that you have written. You can just check the functions that are suspicious for you, or if you are getting the wrong result, you can just test the function which influence the result. So now let's just try to write some functions in JavaScript. So here we go. So to make functions in JavaScript, first of all, let's declare a variable, let it be addition, which will be equal to function. In programming, when you write the word function, you have to put brackets beside it so that the computer will understand that it's a function. Then we make the body for the function. All the commands we write inside the body of the function, and inside the brackets that we wrote beside the function, we write the data that we want to give to the function. At the end of the commands, we write return and we get the result. So in case of addition, we have to give number 1 and number 2 to the function. Inside the body, we will basically add the two numbers to each other, and the sum of them we will ascribe to the variable sum. At the end, we will just return the sum. So basically, the thing that function addition did, it took number 1 and number 2, add them, and returned us the sum of them. So actually in programming, you can have functions that don't take any values but return you something. So assume we have a function greeting sentence. Let it be a function which doesn't take any data. In that case, we have to leave the brackets beside it empty. Inside the body, we will again write commands. So in this case, we'll just make a variable hi, which will be equal to hi world, hello world. And the function will return us the variable hi. So we didn't give anything to the function, but it gave us the word hello world. So in the same way, we can give something to the function but not get anything in return. So assume we have a function, let it be ascribing. We will give a number to that function. Inside the body, we will make an element, a variable index of the element. And we will ascribe the number that we gave to the function to that variable. At the end, we will just console log the index of the element. So console log is a command that the computer does, but as you see at the end of the function, we don't have any return word. So we just gave number to the function and it did something. So as you see, functions can be different. It can get some data, return as something. It can get nothing but still return as something, and it can get something but don't return as anything. Now let's just look at the second example. We can actually erase the return and write console log instead of it. We will write console log hi. So this function will get nothing and won't return us anything. So it's also possible. So that's about functions. In case of having any questions, comment below. Thanks for watching.